Oh shit boys, here we go. The teardown has begun. If you didn't see my previous video, the intro to this project, you should go check that out, part 1. This is part 2, and we're going to get into it. Not sure where this video is going to end up, but here's the gist of things anyway. I am tearing this down. I'm going to drop the whole front subframe, suspension, steering, hubs, wheel, assembly, trans, blah blah blah, out of this bad boy. I'm going to wheel it to the back there. I'm going to drag this car out. I'm going to put in the little Daihatsu up on the lift. I'm going to cut the back out of the guts of it, and we're going to see if we can mount the front subframe from the Camry in the back of this Mira. Oh, and the engine as well, I meant to mention as well, with the subframe and everything. And why am I doing that? Well, it was pretty obvious, I thought, but super little light car, big heavy engine in the back, lots of torque and power, well at least in the stage 2 it will be, when we make it 350 brake horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque. I think it'll be a fun little skid car, and I'm hoping if I put some drag slips on it, I might even be able to make it do some wheelies. No weight in the front, big and heavy in the back. I mean, that Daihatsu weighs 630 kilos. It's going to be a bit heavier with the V6 in it, but all that weight's going to be in the back. So short wheelbase, it's going to be fun. You know, I always get nervous when I pull a car apart, because this drove in here. It was a perfectly good running, driving car. It had a Warren and Reg. I got it cheap. I could sell it for more than what I got it for. But now it's fucked. Anyway, we're nearly done. What do I have left to do? The brake lines on the front are still connected. The shifter cable, the fuel line, and the exhaust. I think that's it. And then 4 subframe bolts, and that whole thing drops out. Here we go. Oh, and the steering column from the rack. Ugh, dirty. Whoopsie, I put the lift up a little bit high. Alrighty, we're ready to go. I believe everything's disconnected as far as I'm aware. So we are about to drop it onto that trolley, unbolt everything, lift the car up and test the tensile strength of everything that I forgot to disconnect. I didn't disconnect the fuel line yet. What a fucking muppet. So I just disconnected the fuel supply line, but I didn't disconnect the return. Fuel! And in case the Daihatsu didn't look enough like a clown car. No, look what I did to the headlights. No, if you still haven't worked out what engine I'm putting in, maybe you need to go and visit some of my other videos and see if you can get any clues from one of my other cars. That's all I'm going to say. You work it out. Now how are we going to get the car out? Let's see. Warning, I don't know if this is going to work, but it's an idea that I have. buggy here. More videos of that you can check out and see if this works. Shit, pretty low now. So I guess we can call that a success. It went easier than I expected. We've got it out here where it's going to sit on blocks. If anybody wants some parts, come and let me know. Oh, one casualty. I hit the tap. Might have to fix that very soon. Popos. We'll figure something out. Anyway, the Rad 4 worked well, did its job. We jacked this bad boy up, put some logs under the front of it, and that can sit there under a tarp for a while. Fixed. Dead Camry, now on stands. You're a little beastie, you did a good job. Well done. Now it's time to get this guy on the surgery table and get crack-a-lackin'. So a bird pooped on my Daihatsu windscreen and it looks like a little alien man. So you wouldn't believe it, but the Hatsu stalled on me and wouldn't start again. I think I flooded it, but it's a bit of a pain. I think one of the brakes on the front is locked up as well because it's like all nearly impossible to push. So we're just going to see if we can winch it straight up and down here so we can get it into the shed here. And yeah, let's see how this works. What a lovely little winch. Oh, well, that's part one sorted. Now I've got to get the Rad 4 out of the way. See if we can get it the rest of the way back into the shed. Oh fuck, slowly but surely. Now we have the winch off my trailer hooked up to try and drag it into the workshop. What a bitch. Well, that was a lot more of a shit than it was supposed to be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the front. That one there is making a lot of noise when I was dragging it. So that's super annoying. And I wasted way too much time doing this. I was supposed to start tearing it apart today, but I think that might be it. So this is the only wheel that spins freely. This one's stuck. That one's stuck. And this one's very, very stuck. Good times. Oh, would you just look at this cute little thing? Just look at it. The subframe is a bit freaking junk. Oh, I put my finger right through it. Oopsie, I just poked my subframe. And it's been repaired here once already, quite rusty. Here again, poked my subframe. Weirdly it's full of rust, I don't know where that rust came from. Yeah, so I guess that could be a problem too if we do wheelies. We kind of come down on it, because we still need to keep the subframe for the suspension in the front, unless I go no suspension. Anyway, yeah, that could be interesting. If we do a wheelie, come down on it, snap the subframe in half. That's a problem for a future pull. Meanwhile, we've got all this room in here for activities. I have had a quick measure before I even got this car. I think the tank might be in the way. It's possible. Oh, do have fuel. Yeah, but worst case scenario, we'll put a fuel cell in there anyway. I have to do something because this is carby, so it's going to have like an inline pump or yeah, like I say, fuel cell maybe. I don't know where a fuel cell is going to go. By the time we've got an engine in here, we're not going to have a lot of room. I don't really want to put any weight up the front, or we want to avoid it. I kind of wanted to keep a passenger seat too, but yeah, we'll see how we go. That bad boy. Well, this is it, guys. This is pretty much my vision. Are you with it? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you about it? Chuck me a comment, let me know. Keep me motivated. Yeah, so I'm well aware that the wheels are going to stick out a bit more. I talked to you before about the fuel tank. Other than that, I think it's doable. We're either going to have wheels sticking out of the car or build some arches. I don't know yet. Some flares. Who knows? But yeah, I think that might be it for this video, boys. So stay tuned if you want to see some more craziness. You know what to do. Yeah, and with any luck, I think next video we can get that in. We'll do some cutting. We'll do some test fitting. You get to see what it looks like. Until next time.